What's up with the post-practice extracurricular activity out there?
It's turnovers, kind of keeping offense disciplined. We do 25 yards of up downs for every turnover we get.
How many y'all do?
We did 50 yards today, 2 turnovers.
Who committed the turnover?
I don't remember who it was. We had different groups going. We have 1s and 2s going one way, 3s and 4s going the other, and
Wasn't you?
we don't get to watch. No, thankfully. That's all. Yeah, there we go. I'd live to see another day.
What jumps out at you the first 2 days?
I think we kind of talked about it as players a little bit yesterday. And I think one thing that was exciting to see is really, even with the new guys coming in, it feels a lot more like practice 16 or now 17 instead of practice 1 or 2. We really kind of picked up where we left off coming out of the spring in every facet of the game, offense, defense, special teams especially. I think we've kind of picked up right where we left off, which I'm sure the coaches are excited to see. I know we're excited to see. It's nice not learning a new offense going into a season, so all that kind of helps.
What's your impressions of the 2 freshman quarterbacks?
They've been doing really well so far. They have, yeah. They're both moving around well, throwing the ball well. They've kind of stepped up. They're starting to talk a little bit more with every day that passes, which is always good to see. I mean, that's a big part of that position. If you can't, yeah, no, not at all. If you can't lead those guys, it's going to be a rough day. But they've both done really well.
And do you see situations this year where you and Cade might be on the field together, or you and Reese, or multiple tight ends?
I do, yeah. We've talked about it as with, the coaches have all talked about it, and then I've talked about it with Coach Wareheim.
Yeah.
We haven't installed any of that yet, and we're
Right.
in day 2 of no pads, so we'll see what comes with that as camp goes along.
Speaking of Cade, what percentage do you see in that health-wise, or do you have an idea about that?
All I know is what he's done in practice so far. He's been doing most everything, but that's, with the trainers and him, I'm not really kept up to date on that. I'm not that important. I pretend to be, but it's not that.
What impresses you about him?
Cade?
Yeah.
A lot of things. I mean, obviously physically he's a good athlete. He can run around and catch. He can block really well. Even though we're not in pads yet, he's shown that in last season. Like I said, he can catch, and he's a smart player, which is really important, especially at our position. We got to block and run routes and run block and pass and everything. So he's really, really doing well for himself.
Coach Herman's talked about, the offense needs to run the ball better than it did last year. Where does the foundation start for being a good running team?
Up front. I think everything starts up front, especially for the run game. And I think that's something we've come a long way with. I think it starts in the weight room. Obviously, you guys have heard all about that. I don't need to talk about that. And it's come onto the field. I think Coach Hand has really helped us out there. I think having 2 front-minded guys has really helped us out a lot there.
How much does it help O-line and tight ends when, I know Coach Hand knew, but like you said, you've got the same offense now for the second year in a row. How much does that help in terms of terminology?
It helps a ton. I mean, it changes it from, all right, this is the play they're called, so we're going to run it to this is the play they're called. We understand why, and we understand what needs to change if something changes in the defense. So we can kind of make corrections on the fly as we go.
You've seen every single offense that Texas run in the last 4 or 5 years. Just like you were saying, coming in with more experience there, how valuable is that you guys are following the same system for another year?
It's extremely valuable for us. I think, like I said, not only to understand it more instead of just to be able to react to what the coaches are saying really helps us out. And I think it kind of helps as new guys come in, we can teach them instead of all learning at once. So it speeds up the learning curve a little bit, which I think has really helped us out a lot, especially, we split up in 2 groups, especially that younger group that's going. They've been running the offense really, really well.
What kind of impression did Trey Watson make?
He's athletic. He's fast. He can move really well. Got to get him to chin the ball a little bit more, but other than that, he's been doing really, really well. He stepped up as a vocal guy too, which is really exciting to see. I know that's tough coming in as you got 1 year left, especially mid-year as a grad transfer guy. He's done an incredible job. It's really exciting to see.
Yesterday, Herman said he's not having to coach effort and intensity as much as last year. From your viewpoint, what have you seen as far as differences?
I think he nailed it. I think we've got the effort and intensity down, like he said. That'll only win you so many ball games. And he told us this yesterday. Fall camp is for developing as football players. Now we got to go develop our craft. So we got to get better these 20-something days. I don't even know how many days we're here. But when he's not coaching effort and intensity and can actually coach football, that's a big step for us. That's a huge thing for us.
Sounds good.
So,
Good.
So real quick, what kind of roommate is Breckyn?
He's wonderful. He's right there.
No,
So
no, come on.
I love him. I love him to death. Hey, Breck, your turn.
All right, so let's get some good questions here.
Y'all
Come on.
you have a, I mean, seriously, if they're already kind of punishing the offense for turning the ball over, I mean, turnovers, protecting the football is going to be big this month. What's T.O. talked about with y'all knocking it loose and making it happen, forcing turnovers?
Just effort.
Yeah.
I mean, effort and ball security are the staples of our program. Like, it's not that it's just something we're focusing on this month. It's harped on every single second of every day.
Yeah.
And so, effort and ball security. T.O. would always be harping on effort. Because right now, it's all about just playing hard and getting after it.
What do you think it's been like for your dad to have you in Texas? Bryce is obviously, in the NFL, and big year for both of you. I think it's a contract year for Bryce and Breckyn. What do you think your dad's thinking about going into this football season?
Like, he's experiencing camp again. He's waking up at the same time, all anxious. He's excited, but his body's telling him he's going through camp again.
Has he said anything to you specifically that would make you think that, or?
Yeah, I was with him the last night before I reported, and then he took me here to the facility. So he was really excited, and just gave me a few pointers and just said have fun senior year, how it flies by, enjoy every second,
How's Bryce helped you?
Bryce has helped me, and he'll just always check up every now and then and call me and be like, if I'm going through something real hard or anything difficult, I can always call him and get a different perspective than my father. Or if I just am wondering, just trying to talk ball with someone or Big 12 football even, you know what I mean? Talk about, because I used to watch every single game of his, so I saw a lot of Big 12 football. Yeah.
So this is your second year under this defense. What is the difference between this fall camp and last fall camp?
This fall camp, I believe, we're a lot closer. And, there's a lot more old guys and a lot more depth. And, there's just people everywhere that can ball. Like, these freshmen, Joseph Asai has really caught my eye. I like that kid a lot for a number of reasons. He's real good. And then we got, what else is different about that? I mean, it's just like a second year under an awesome defense. And then it's just, the innovation's there. So the learning curve's gone.
Obviously, y'all have some high expectations, higher than last year. Is Coach Orlando harping on any of y'all about that? These best years you can?
No, it's always the same expectations. It's not like high or low. The expectation is a championship. It's always been a championship. So there's no difference between this year and last year in terms of what their expectations are and what our expectations are. Just this year, we're having a lot more fun doing it.
What did Osai do that caught your attention?
First, he power cleaned a ton of weight. I can't remember the actual number. And then I got assigned to him and Junior as my little bro. And so with that, I've been getting to know them. And I'm like, dang, I got the best two little brothers in the world. I didn't know the guy was, from Nigeria and just a beast. And his story is insane. And he's a really strong, passionate guy, but that can ball out. Very smart. And then Junior, same. He's got the same, similar, background of just awesome. They came from awesome cultures, and so it's been really nice to know those two young bucks.
Any other freshmen that have really made big strides in spring game?
Yes.
Kind of body
Brendan
strength.
Eagles. I don't know if he's a freshman. I don't know about any. I really don't even know how old Sam is. Any early enrollees.
Eagles look like they're growing up.
Yeah, he's doing well. I'm impressed with Eagles. Who else is a freshman? BJ Foster is always good. Caden's always good. Oh, gosh. I don't know.
What stands out about Caden?
Caden, he's just he's a rookie, but he's also a veteran. You know what I mean? He's extremely athletic and aggressive. He's got all the traits you want in a great football player, and he's continuing to get better and learn and adjust to the defense.
Breckyn, we spoke to a lot of defensive players on Thursday. They talked about how Todd Orlando simplifies the defense to make it easier for you guys to perform. Can you give me some examples when conversations or anything of what Orlando does to make it so easy for you guys?
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes I overthink things, and sometimes he'll just be like, just come up to me, he's like, I didn't have you here to do this. I just have you right here so you don't have to think, and you just go hit. You know what I mean? Just go. So like things like that, he'll have like certain things. And then he puts a lot of the coverages and packages into the same family. So when you're learning it, like once you learn it in concepts, it's a lot easier than just memorizing what you have to do. So by learning it in concepts, you're able to know what everyone's doing, and it's becomes so much easier to know what you're doing and to know where your help is.
You know, one thing I wanted to ask you immediately that I forgot is that I don't think I've ever heard you talk about why you shifted from Baylor to Texas. Were you just waiting on an offer from Charlie at that time, or were you going to go to Baylor if Texas had an offer?
Yeah, if Texas didn't offer, I was gonna go to Baylor.
You were? Okay.
Yeah, that was
But so when I talked to your dad, he said that it was like an automatic that you once you got offered by Charlie, that it was like a no-brainer.
No, yeah, without a doubt.
Really?
Yeah, I mean I believe it's. I mean, if you're a kid from Westlake playing ball, and then you got your father's legacy here, and then you got 3 older brothers who didn't come here.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you really think about in terms of where you want to go to school. And then when you realize it's not going to happen, or you kind of think that, because it didn't happen until late real late. And so, of course, it was a no-brainer. I couldn't believe it was real, to be honest.
Really?
I was afraid every day that they were going to take the scholarship away. And so I was like, Dad,
Really?
I got to commit today. I got to do this.
What did do you remember that conversation with Charlie?
Yeah.
And what it meant for you to finally know that you were going to be a Longhorn?
Yeah, it was surreal.
Really?
Yeah, it was like I couldn't believe anything he was saying. He told me like not to tell anyone.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't tell anyone because he didn't want hype, and that just made me think it wasn't real even more. Like, why can't I tell people?
Are you pranking him?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just.